Good morning, everyone. It is a beautiful day today, and it's a beautiful day. It's Thursday, the 26th of January. My grandmother is another year older, and yesterday, my really good friend, and Brandy, who is also fantastic dessert maker, baker, creator. Yeah. She asked for me to do a video on forgiveness. And this is the first time that I've put a whole lot of thought, morning Joe, into what I wanted to say. And it revolves around two experiences in my life. The first one is my brother Rob. My brother Rob is one of the ways I learned to forgive other people, because he was always quick to forgive other people, no matter what they had done. I as far as I know, this morning, Kevin, this was one of his natural abilities, because he also had the great ability to have charity or love for other people. Morning, Jason. And so I grew up with him and watched him forgive other people for things that they did. Some more grievous than others. And I asked him one day, I said, Rob, how can you forgive me so easily? Because I'd done something stupid, brothers. And he said, I just decided to. And that made me realize that it may be hard to let go of those feelings of anger, of frustration, of resentment for someone initially, but over time, it became automatic, not heartless, but automatic to go ahead and forgive someone else. Now, I'll be honest with you, it is not always easy for me to let go of those feelings. But I have found that over time, in practicing this approach, the way that my brother expressed it, that he decided just to forgive other people, that I have started to get better at that. He by far outshines me. Now, the second experience that I want to talk about is probably going to be a pretty emotional one. Morning, Roy. So when I was in high school, well, my dad was Army. A lot of you guys know that. And my dad was really strict. Some people would probably not be happy with some of his discipline choices, but looking back, they were the exact things I needed. Being an adult and a parent now, I can say that without bias towards my dad, and in all honesty, it was what I needed as a child and as a young adult to help put me in line. Now, part of my upbringing, morning Shay, part of my upbringing, because my dad was so strict, caused feelings of resentment, misunderstanding, and I'm embarrassed to say even hate. Because I didn't understand my dad. I didn't know where he was coming from. I didn't know his history like I do now. And by the time I got to 12th grade, I respected him mostly because I was worried about him taking me out. Not because he was that violent, but because I was that worried that I was going to say something stupid and deserve getting a beating. Admittedly, come on, guys. Teenage boys can be pretty dumb. So, I was in Fulda American High School, which was in Fulda, Germany. And one of our reading assignments that year with our English teacher is I don't remember if it was a play or a short story or what, but it's a story called Master Harold and the Boys. And it centers around apartheid South Africa, where a boy starting at the age of 10 had to go down to the local pub in the evenings, most evenings, and get his father and drag him out of the pub so that way the two black servants could then carry his father home. And through the course of the story, the boy grows up, Harold grows up, and one of the black servants, or because I just don't remember enough. I haven't read the story in a long time. But one of the black guys that served his family, whether it was a servant, a slave, I just don't remember what the relationship was. But Harold grew to trust him and to confide in him. And because this guy, Tanner says it's by Athol, Athol, Futhol or something. I didn't get the last bit of it there. Anyway, here's the thing. Because of the relationship that Harold had with one of these black men, he was able to counsel Harold on not judging and not hating his dad. And when this adult put into context for this boy the relationship, it's Fugard, Fugar. Thanks, Tanner. When that relationship was put into context for this young man, he stopped hating his dad. He forgave him for the drunkenness, for the things that Harold felt his dad had done wrong and wronged him in. What this did for me was this softened my heart. Between my brother's example and this reading this story, I realized that I didn't know my dad's whole story. I didn't know what his childhood was like. He hardly ever talked about it. I didn't know why he was so hard on us and why he was so strict on us. I didn't understand that adults can discipline their kids and turn around and be a different person, have a different attitude when dealing with someone else. Part of that was because when I was angry, I couldn't turn on a dime and be different towards somebody else. I would be angry with everyone, no matter what the interaction was. So what I gained from my brother's example and from this story with Harold and his father is that we just have to decide to choose to forgive. And sometimes that's a longer process depending on what the person has done to us, whether it was wittingly or unwittingly. We have to reach into ourselves, find the faith, find the courage, find the spirit to forgive. It doesn't matter what they've done. There are countless stories of men forgiving drunk drivers for killing their children or their wives or sometimes their whole families. Christians, primarily I'm thinking of stories here in the United States. I'm not aware of any others. The ones I've seen have all been Christian men. And I don't know if that's because that's just what the news highlighted or because they're the only ones that have had the courage, and I use that on intentionally, to forgive people. There is another story that comes to mind as I'm talking about this, of a young lady who, while on the interstate, had a frozen turkey thrown into her car. Massive facial damage, massive damage to her body, years of recovery, years of surgeries and physical therapy. And this woman, go Google this because I couldn't give you details. The story just came into my mind. I was reminded of it. A little inspiration. In this story, not only does she forgive the boys involved, but she embraces them, she loves them, and helps get them a reduced sentence if they would make certain commitments to her and to the community. And I got to tell you that in my own life, I have studied forgiveness. And because I'm a Christian, the greatest example of forgiveness that I know of in all of history is as the Savior was on the cross, he said, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." Now, whether you're a Christian or not, to be able to have the love of other people, the courage and the faith to forgive someone that's killing you, that's epic. That is epic to me. And it really shows to me what Christ meant when he said forgive someone 70 times 7, which, if you know a little bit about numbers and Judaism, that means wholly and completely. So yeah, it's a choice. It's a choice, Brandy. You have to choose, and it's not going to be easy. However, I know you can do it. I know you can. Each and every one of you that see this video that struggle with forgiveness, I know you can find it in yourself, in your heart, to love someone enough to forgive them. That doesn't mean you have to become best friends. That doesn't mean you have to go out of your way and serve them. More to Marty, what it means is you forgive them, you let go of the emotion, you let go of the anger, whatever it is. It doesn't mean you have to forget whatever damage they did. Because one of the things that I'm a firm believer in is once you break my trust, you've got to work 10 times as hard to get it back. And it's caused some of my relationships to not ever heal. Because while I was willing to love someone and trust them and give them back that faith, they weren't willing to earn it. So, guys, I hope this video has helped. I hope that you get value from it. If you do, please like and share it. I'd really appreciate that. I'm looking to build up my YouTube channel. This video will get released tonight on all my social media feeds, connected back to YouTube. Please like and share it. Please share my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my social media feeds. You can find everything at ironwill.net. And what I do ask is that you you learn to forgive. It will make your life better because you take away someone else's power to negatively impact your life and your day. All right, my friends, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Make it a great day.